everybody, my name's Steve, I'm the British Railroader, and welcome back to my model railway room. And today we're going to be looking at my 009 layout. Now you were probably thinking, hang on a minute, isn't that in the spare bedroom? Well, it was, but I've had a bit of a reconfigure here in the railway room, and it's actually just here behind me. So this is where my desk was. So all of that rubbish that you can see behind me, you've probably never really seen before because it's always been behind the camera. So kind of everything's moved around a little bit. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the layout and I'm going to show you exactly what I've been doing with it, because there has been some progress. It's not running yet, it still needs to be wired, but all the track is laid and the basic shapes have been cut in the foam. So let's go up and have a look. Okay, so here is the layout, palm trees and all. I've just moved over that little section of test track. So I'm just trying to give you an overall shot. What we've got here in the front is going to be the station area and the little bit of town, and then we'll have some kind of scenic break behind, basically where those palm trees are. And then over on this side, as you can see, I've cut out a section that's going to be sculpted so that that will lead down to a beach and a little bit of the sea. Coming round here, I have a model boat there, which I'm going to be working on. This little inlet here is a kind of homage to something called the Careenage in Bridgetown in Barbados. But that's quite a large waterway. This is just kind of a little inlet. And if I bring this round, a bit of a squeeze, as you can see, we've got a bridge here which all needs to be painted up. But I have painted this area in here. Not that you can really see it, but there is a little bit of detail in there. So we've got all of that laid. All of the track is set up. I've taken the springs out of the points because that needed to be done, because I'm using DCC Concept servo style point motors. In fact, here's one just here, the Cobalt IP Digitals. So that needed to be done before the track was laid, because there is actually no way of removing the spring once the track is down. Now, for those of you that want to know, the track has been glued down just using some matte medium. It gives a very strong bond, but actually, if I need to reconfigure it, and I have a few times on the curves, it will, it's actually quite easy to get up. So we've got all of the points done. Now, something I have done with the points, and I'm just going to try and focus in, is just in here, on the frog, I have soldered a dropper wire that goes underneath, and that will be going into the input in the Cobalt IP digital switch machines, which powers the frog, because otherwise you're just relying on the point blades for power transfer, and I don't think that's as belt and braces as I would like. So I have done that. Panning around again, let's come over this side past my painting aid that I was given by my friends at Bunter's Yard. As you can see, there is a figure of me being painted up in suitable summer clothing. We've got this little siding here. This will go to a very small distillery, and then as you go around, we've got the rest of the tracks. Something you can see just here. So this is a 3D printed model of a Hungarian, I think they're called C50 narrow gauge locomotives, produced over a number of years and to a number of gauges. And I just saw this online, and I will be doing a more detailed video about this. I saw this online, and I'll put the company name up below, but I just thought this would be perfect for the layout, because even though I've got the Bagley Drury, it's a very tiny shunter, and I needed something just a little bit beefier for pulling some of the trains. That uses a Kato chassis, which it all clips together. It's designed so this will clip into the underframe, and then the body will clip onto the underframe. So it's going to be very, very easy to build. I just need to put together the few bits that go with this and paint it. On the Kato chassis, I have already changed the couplings. I do need to fit DCC. So I will probably split this into two videos. One where I get the chassis ready with the DCC, and one where I paint the body and underframe in the colours that I want to. So kind of look out for that hopefully in the next few weeks. I've also got some other 3D printed figures. Again, I will put a link to the website that I've got these from. One of the problems with 00 scale figures is that obviously they tend to be British people in British clothing for the winter. So getting people in more summery clothing in 00 has been difficult. But I found this place, and again, as I said, I will put the website address below. They're available on eBay as well. But they do people from different ethnicities, and they also do people in summer clothes. And I've got some on order of people in beachwear, which will be perfect for the layout. So it's gathering together those figures so that you get that kind of authentic feel. Now, I did say that obviously I was looking at what would happen if the Barbados Railway still was around today, and I've managed to get this. So this is one of Bachmann's 009 Baldwin locomotives. I got it was non-sound fitted. I'm not going sound on my 009. I've decided to keep it non-sound. But I have fitted DCC and a Keep Alive, believe it or not, into the loco. And even though it's not an exact replica of the locos that ran in Barbados, they did have a number of 2'6" gauge Baldwin locomotives. And for me, it looks enough like the locos that they had on Barbados originally. So far, I've got 3 locos. I've got one more on order with Rapido, which hopefully will be coming out in the relatively near future. And I think that would be it for locos. This is not a very big layout, so you're not going to want more than a couple of locos at a time. A few more wagons are turning up every now and again. I got this RNAD enclosed brake van. I might remove the RNAD lettering, but given the fact that the loco is an RNAD loco, my supposition is that obviously the Barbados Railway has been buying up ex-RNAD stock. In fact, this whole train here is RNAD stock. So quite exciting. So there we go. That's my little update on the layout. It is taking shape. I can't wait to get it up and running so that I can start playing with some trains. Basically, this point here will be the last one to be motorized, because if I motorize all of the other ones, that means that the point blades then stay where they're meant to, and I can then run trains around the loop and up that siding over the other side. And this one can wait until I get that final point motor, but hopefully that won't be too long. I have installed the NCE power cab. Obviously, I had a spare one of these, so that's been installed. This holder down here, I've just put the power cab on. I have kind of been running bits because there's so many isolated sections on the track. It's quite difficult, but I can wire bits up just with some power clips and just do little running. And that was good because I wanted to make sure that this would get around my tight curves, because some of these curves are quite tight. No more than about 6.5, 7 inches in places. But there we go. Upcoming videos, as I said, building this. I might do a video around some of the painting. We've obviously got what's been happening with Bunter's Yard. Once I have finalised that, I will reveal exactly what I'm going to be working on with them. And yeah, and I think I need to detail some of these palm trees because some of them are quite basic. But there we go. Just a little update for you on the layout. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. I am, it is great that I'm making progress on the video, but I've got so many little projects to do for it that is going to take a little while. So, bear with me on this one. But I'm hoping by the next time you see this, it'll be up and running and operational. With all of the electrics put in and the point motors, maybe all except one, because I've only got 4 point motors and there are 5 points on there, but that's just the way things are sometimes. But anyhow, as I said, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And when the little bell comes up, click it, press all, and you'll be notified of all my videos as they come out. If you have any comments or questions, then please either post them below or you can email me on the email address at the bottom of the screen. I'm also available on all of these social media sites, so feel free to log on, say hello, etc., and we can chat through them as well. Now, in a moment, YouTube will be suggesting a video for you. It should come up just here. If you haven't seen it already, please go and take a look. If you have, go over to the channel. There are loads of videos on there that you will enjoy. But that's it from me. My name's Steve. I'm British Railroader. I'm saying goodbye from my reconfigured model railway room. Bye-bye.